For them, what happened? They shot the other than shooting the lights out.
I mean, that's basically what got them back in the game early, got the momentum back on their side, knocked down some huge threes right out the gate. We kind of went cold a little bit in that first 3 minutes, and they got right back in the game. We couldn't protect that lead and have some advantage on our side. So from then on, we kind of struggled to get into our offense, and they played pretty fluid on the offensive end for them. And we had trouble guarding it and knocked down a bunch of threes. So when they're doing that, they're tough to stop, especially with Dwight down. We had to pay so much attention to them.
Tough Florida stretch. Last two games had big leads, only to squander that. Talk about the third quarter effort.
Yeah, we've had huge leads. We just haven't had a chance to kind of get back into our flow, out of the gates, out of the second half. So, both teams have made huge runs in that first 3 minutes. That's so important to kind of keep the momentum on our side and make them, feel the pressure, the clock running out. Getting into the fourth quarter, we still have a decent lead, so you can't give them that kind of momentum straight out the blocks, with so much time left, especially on the road, and shorthanded. So we'll learn from this.
As a second-year guy in your second year, how do you keep the guys motivated, or how do you keep yourself from getting down on the losing?
Just continue to work on getting better. I mean, you got to look, long term when we get our bodies back and laying the foundation for when we get to, have a huge home stretch that, things can turn around pretty quickly in this league. So, if you just study teams and the teams that you have coming in and really look at, winnable games and try to make sure you take care of the business at home, then we can put ourselves right back in the position to fight for that last playoff spot. So, you gotta not fall victim to the moment of this losing, but keep working on trying to get better, try to stay focused on the big picture.
How much you miss David Lee? I mean, a game like this, obviously going against Dwight. I mean, is that what really you miss David right now? Games like this?
There's a big body that we needed. I mean, he's we've missed him for 8 games, before with his elbow, and we've got a rhythm with him back in the lineup and really know what to expect night in, night out. So his body was banged up and couldn't go, so it's just an adjustment you have to make. And we have big minutes from Dan, from Brandon Wright, from Vladimir and Lou. So you add him to that rotation. That's just another body to throw at him. And on the offensive end, he has to guard Dave and what he can do. Spreading the floor, making plays off the dribble, and was back to the basket. So missing things on both ends.
Second year, have you noticed how the teams have guarded you any differently? Have they approached it? What have you stands out from your second year compared to last year?
For me, the teams are trying to send me to the crowd and make me make plays. In open space, I have a lot of room to be creative with the ball and really use my jump shot as a threat. So, trying to get to those sweet spots as much as I can. And as a point guard, I really got to make those decisions and continue to learn the game and how to adjust on the fly. So that's, I think that really just trying to send me to a crowd, maybe see as many buy-ins as I can. And I think that's how we continue to move the ball. If I get it out of my hands to the right person on the right timing, then we can make plays on the other end, and I don't have to feel that pressure.
You guys earlier had trouble getting off to good starts and turned it around in the third quarter, and now we switched. Good start in the third quarter. What's been the difference?
I think just a combination of being on the road and against good teams where you can't really. They're not going to give you the game. So when you have big leads at halftime, you can't get complacent and just think that you're just going to show up in the second half and they're going to roll over the game. So, like I said, the first 3 minutes is so important. Where we're playing good basketball right now, and that shows in the first half. And then it kind of shocks us that when the team comes out and makes so many plays like they do or have in the last 2 games. We don't have an answer to it, and the crowd gets back in it, and it's tough to overcome on the road against playoff teams. So it's a learning experience for us.
Is it more you playing two teams, or is it just something you guys are?
I mean, they're good teams. They all can make plays. I mean, You got the big three in Miami, and you got such a well-balanced team here. So
do a little tap dance for
you
me.
have to play at your best to come in on the road and beat them in the home arena. So if you have a big lead, and like I said, you have to play above the level in the first half to kind of keep the lead with everything they have to kind of get the momentum back inside.